Hello and welcome to another video in this series of recording my Path of Exile 2 characters from the beta launch, I guess, before the big first patches that will probably change a lot of things and nerf things, so I wanted to do a little bit of record of what I've done and how my characters have been, and maybe some ideas for other people as well. So this is my Pathfinder poison concoction, poison everything. With a big part being the Corpsewade boots, which will probably get changed, to be honest. So, big part of this is the Decompose skill. So as you kill creatures and there's corpses, they explode into poison damage, or chaos damage, I guess, well. And then we do Concoction, and my Concoction build is not that great. We run a Wind Dancer, Alchemist Boon, Plague Bearer with this. Herald of Plague also could be decent. For spread, we of course have the spread option here also, so we should actually probably run this one currently. I've been trying out things. We have the less movement while using skills, and then more flasks. I have currently a little problem with this character. It is only level 80 to sustain flasks well enough, and we have basically all of the poison nodes on the tree, with some chaos damage nodes as well, chaos skills and so on. Area for the poison concoction, we're doing acrobatics, evasion stuff, the usual, and nothing really fancy. Some ailment things also for all the poison stuff, and then more evasion. And that's pretty much the build. Gear wise, obviously, Widow Hail, not the best. It's just something I picked up myself. And then some decent quiver and some just evasion resistance gear. The Corpsewade boots, obviously. Big penalty is the movement speed on these, which I don't really like, but that gets somewhat countered by being able to get movement speed in the tree here. And then snake bite for additional poison on an enemy, and also some poison chance, I guess. But let's just run in the map. I'll show you how this runs. And I really like the Corpsewade. It is kinda crazy good. And this is the corpse explosions, and it is a big AoE of smoke right there. And they just keep exploding non-stop as you run around. And oftentimes I'll just have to see where there's mobs actually on this map left. So I just throw a couple attacks, kill a few enemies, and then the poison starts spreading and everything dies. It's especially good when there is a rare and a lot of corpses next to it. So this is how you run around. They just die from your stinky clouds. That fire explosion actually is one of the worst things for this build, because it negates your massive area of poison. We're also running the Plague Herald. Plague Bearer, so that we get the Plague Nova, which allows me to do this, which is one thing I use to kill those first couple enemies, instead of actually throwing the poison concoction, as this basically instantly fills. So if I use them here, and once we get some mobs getting stinked up, this will fill like almost 100% instantly. Like, boom, done. And then you can basically keep spamming that. If there's a lot of mobs, you can just keep throwing it and throwing it and throwing it and throwing it. There's definitely a good option to scale this with way more than the poison concoction. It's kind of a weak part of this build currently. You will hear this swooshing sound a lot as you play this, because of all the bodies exploding. It is kind of ridiculous how quickly this happens. The funny thing about this is that you actually do need to move for this to happen. So if you're rolling, for example, like this, this corpse does not explode, but the moment I actually move, they start exploding. Which can be really annoying sometimes when you get overwhelmed by enemies and you cannot move, your corpse weight doesn't go off and you're getting mobbed and you die. And if you're trying to dodge roll out of it, it also does not work. So it's pretty terrible. And this map is a tier 14 map. Nothing special, as I've been doing this, but it clears really well, to be honest. And as it's only level 80, very mediocre gear. There is a lot of room for improvement. The Stinky Cloud is just insanely good. It just keeps rolling. And this build actually gets... The more mobs there is, and the more health they have, this build gets better and better. As it is scaling from the corpse of the enemy. And the maximum life of that. So it doesn't matter how much health the enemies have on the map. It works as well on low-level mobs as high-level mobs. Of course, all your other scaling helps with the higher-level ones. But yeah, that is a very, very nice part of it. The Corpsewade is almost too good, to be honest. Except the movement speed penalty is very rough. As I like going faster than 10% movement speed. There is also a problem that is solvable, which is the Poison Concoction. And the Poison Concoction uses your mana flasks, so it consumes a lot of this. And you kind of have to get everything to get more of the charges. And I actually was doing the trial fourth boss, the Zarek. And I was doing really well. Surprisingly well with this. Until I ran out of mana flasks. And then I just didn't have the sustain, so I couldn't recover them fast enough. And it just became a throw a bomb, concoction, run around, throw one concoction, run around, throw concoction, and it was painful, and I died. Because it was taking forever. But it is a lovely build. Heavily carried by the Corpsewade currently. But also the Poison Concoction can be really powerful and could be made way better. For sure. And if you haven't played with Corpsewade yet, I highly recommend trying it before it gets changed. I have a feeling it's not gonna stay like this, as it is kinda ridiculous, I feel, how quickly and how easily it clears things. Especially when you put some magnified effect, persistence, and all of these. I actually have a slot missing. I don't know what I had on that. It's been a while since I played this one. This was one of the earlier characters I played. But it is really fun. Definitely recommend it. Also, you don't have to use Poison Concoction. I just used Poison Concoction because it was something I haven't tried yet. And if you're doing a Pathfinder, why not try the Poison Concoction? But I'm not sure if I really enjoy that. I might... if I do something like this again, I would probably just do the spread here instead, and then double the poison duration, and then you can also get rid of this one, and use a different skill to spread the poisons and do poison like arrow shots or whatever. Maybe not even maybe this could be more fun as a non-bow character, and instead just use the Plague Finger gloves, which I also have tried and loved. So these gloves allow you to have all damage from hits contribute to poison magnitude, which gives you interesting avenues of doing the poison, because now any skill you use that hits can do poison, not just physical or chaos damage. So spells are now an option. Projectile spells, for example. Or a living bomb poison could be interesting. Doing big crit hits, AoE, poison to everything. Also, since how poison works in PoE 2 is that the magnitude of the hit scales the poison. Physical and chaos damage from hits contributes to poison magnitude. Damage does not contribute to poison chance, and all of that. So, normally you want to scale physical damage and chaos damage, mainly the physical damage, to do your poison as big hit as possible. So criticals also now affect that, unlike PoE 1. And you want to hit hard and fast to get as many stacks, which we could double with our Pathfinder. And we also get the stack from here, and stacks from other places. And we would lose the stack from this if we used the Plague Fingers. But it would give us more different options to do things. And I think that might be more fun way to play it. I'm not 100% sold on the Poison Concoction, to be honest, though. And it would also allow us to drop all the scaling for trying to get charges for mana flasks and whatnot. And I think it would be also more clear, more comfy to spread the poisons, more poisons on enemies, and in general, it's better. But the Corpsewade is the star of this build, which is why I wanted to do this. I actually did this exact same build with this Corpsewade, but as a monk. But I was playing Stormweaver with monk skills and this poison with the Plague Finger and Corpsewade. And that was really fun as well. So maybe a melee option is also an option. I hope the Corpsewade doesn't get totally neutered and stays pretty decent. As I would love to do another run with maybe once Trickster stuff gets added, or some of the other melee-ish options, or some of the other caster options as well. It's definitely something I would love to do again. But kind of requires you to be on this angle of the tree for all of the poison stuff. Maybe a Titan poison thing would be also interesting. But oh, actually, that is a fancy idea. Does this scale... It is an AoE. It's not an attack, though, so... I don't know. Could we scale even harder with a Titan? You could definitely scale up poison duration and poison magnitude, although pathing... actually, pathing from here to there is not too bad. I am playing a Titan Living Bomb who paths from here to here anyways, so doing the same, going through here to get this stuff for a Titan might be a fun option as well. But anyway, this is my Poison Concoction, mainly Corpsewade, Poison, Pathfinder, and maybe it gave you some ideas as well. Before this gets changed, try Corpsewade. They are a great fun. Also, Corpsewade comes in many flavors of very low level, 11, and then it goes up because the boot scales from the level of the skill. So you can start using Corpsewade as early as level 11, and it is a insane clear bonus while you're doing the campaign. Like, insane. I highly recommend. So definitely give this a go. And then as you upgrade it, your skill gets upgraded, you get more slots, you get more damage, and it's really, really fun. But obviously, you kind of have to play on a trade, because getting all of those boots without trade might be not the easiest. Solo self, not a friend of this build. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. So bye bye.